and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
On the other side of the field for the visiting 49ers. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
And what a game he is coming off of.
Oh, unbelievable.
Absolutely. And you know how much I love the history of the game. He broke a record held by the Dutchman, Norm Van Brocklin, right? You got to go all the way back to 1951. And he threw for 554 yards in that game. And later, won a championship as a quarterback of the Philadelphia Eagles in 1960.
And now that record has been set anew. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now on second and 16. Smith. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The catch and run good for 18 and a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help him at contract time.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun, Smith. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally taken down at the 34. That's a first down and then some. A 32-yard pickup.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
Now Geno on first down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. As we take a peek at Sam Darnold, the former USC Trojan and third pick in the 2018 draft.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
The first carry for the North Texas man, it's Jeff Wilson. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Wilson, the ball carrier.
The numbers for him from a week ago, 16 carries, 54 yards.
He's been a huge part of their winning streak because he establishes not just an identity and a tone, but the team relies on it. He takes care of the football, he gains yardage for him, chews up clock, and that's been a big part of why they're winning games lately.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. Darnold from the gun. And this is going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10.
The ball carried by the wide receiver.
As a wide out, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they're going to get the first down here across the 15-yard line. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down. So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10.
15-yard line.
Geno now to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself a big...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley, and his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll start the drive with Wilson, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
On second down now, it's Wilson, and he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
And it's third down.
From the 50, it's Darnold. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A very solid gain of 27. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. The shotgun snap for Darnold. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. George Kittle, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Niners have taken the early lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
And to give this time to the tailback. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Carried by number 23.
These 2 rivals played 2 of the better games in the NFL a season ago. You remember week 17, it was Dre Greenlaw stopping Jacob Hollister at the 1 to preserve a 26-21 49er win. And that wound up both winning them the NFC West and earning them the #1 seed.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. Rolling to his right. And he's going to keep it here. Breaks the tackle now at Allen. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
11 more on that one and another first down.
And what a nice example there of the tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And the tackle there by Quan Alexander. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. He probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 22-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
This is the tight end fan. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up.
I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
And he knocks it through. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But
Emmanuel Sanders. He's at the 40, 20, and he is down deep into Seattle territory. A big play there on the catch and run, 64 yards. On the quick handoff, it's Juszczyk. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. On the ground, it's Wilson. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably doing play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory. Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
Myers' kick is good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
Geno Smith getting ready to go again here on offense. His feet, what he's been able to do individually running the ball, it's kind of kept him in this game.
No doubt about it, because if he's not making the plays that we've seen, they are really getting blown out in this one.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Well, he was trying to make something happen there outside of the pocket, but ultimately what did happen was a loss of yardage.
Yeah, he held on to it for a long time, didn't he? As you talked about, trying to make something happen, hoping something would come open.
And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by the safety, Jarquez.
Interceptions in a game, that's pretty rare in the NFL. You might see one guy a weekend do that, but to have 2 in the first quarter, that's something you don't see all that often. I have a feeling they'll think twice about throwing in his direction too often.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At the 28-yard line.
Here's Darnold. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. 3 catches now this afternoon, the same number he had all of last week. Also, it's a first down.
San Francisco.
Wilson with a first down carry. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 2nd down, it's Wilson. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
He was taken down by Bobby Wagner. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. They will find Davis. That's complete. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. First man through, it's the fullback Juszczyk. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. They'll run with Wilson. It's a gain of 4, but they're still looking up here at a tough 3rd and 11.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Gets this one to Juszczyk. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up 4th down.
And the big guy catches the ball in the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you... Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Nick Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Buying time to his left. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this...
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Sam Darnold leading the offense out for their next possession. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
First down, 49ers.
Darnold. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now it's Darnold. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Room here to run. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. An excellent gain, 35 yards. Well, for a play that didn't look like much at the snap, that jet sweep turned into a big play in a hurry.
And how about how they ran the play? Because they obviously caught the defense out of position and not expecting that one, and that turned into a nice chunk of yardage. But how about the execution on the handoff? Most of the times we see on the jet sweep, they punch it forward so that if it falls to the ground, it's just an incomplete pass. Here, you got to execute it well, otherwise it's a fumble.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Now Geno. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. They're calling a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Being chased out left. He'll try and run it. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
3rd and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Gostkowski with the extra point. And the lead is now 14 to 10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Got to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now. On 2nd and 15 now. Darnold. He'll get this complete to Charlie Warner. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27.
Charlie Warner.
A big play there on the catch and run. 53 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to step them behind the line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Now on 2nd and 13. Darnold. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. His second catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now. Back to throw, Darnold. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the 49ers have retaken the lead.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run, and I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
2nd and 6.
On 2nd down, a run with Dallas.
DJ Dallas, the ball carrier.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now they try the right side here. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off for the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Smith. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Smith sacked.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A big play there. His 21st touchdown of the season as his guys are able to regain the lead. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen, took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. Gostkowski for the point after.
Extra point.
It's up and good to make it 21-17. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it all culminates with a Seattle score.
17. Michael did
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
It's 2nd and inches.
On 2nd and very short. Darnold. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
31-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Brought down at the 39-yard line.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. And to give this time to the tailback. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. And he'll give it here to his running back. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, You could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. First down, Seahawks. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now second down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
Goal at the 3-yard line.
Again, Smith. Flush to his right. That's caught at the 3. He can only get a yard after all that. It's second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. 3 tight ends up front here, 3rd and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Now Gostkowski will come on to try a field goal. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder.
The kick is good. Makes the score Seahawks.
Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. We haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll just burrow his way back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12. We'll get things started in the NFC West with L.A. making the trip to the desert to take on Arizona. And it's the Rams who are out in front in that one. Cooper Kupp, a touchdown reception. From there, we take the long trek eastward to Tampa, check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting New York Giants. 35-24, the final score. Finally, we're off to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they are in a tight one, all tied with the visiting Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both the half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
typically what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Brought down back at the 27.
From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That gain on third down, good for 28.
49ers.
Darnold on first down. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. A play fake, and it's Darnold. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
A loss of 9 yards.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Darnold from the gun. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
Gain of 21 yards. First down, San Francisco.
On first down, Darnold. Left side here to Sanders. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down.
On the Seahawks 16-yard line.
They'll run. Here's Wilson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Touchdown.
Jeff Wilson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Taken in at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the 3rd. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 31-yard line.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Well, part of why that play works is because the defense has to freeze because they don't know whether he's going to hand it off or keep it himself. And this time, how about that sleight of hand there? Gives it to his wideout. And that indecision defensively, boy, it hurt him in a big way.
And they're well past midfield. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
First down. First and 10 at the
Smith now to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's taken down inside the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size?
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
That's his second sack of the game. And the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to settle.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Sack.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over. That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and we will remain tied here in this third quarter. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
A first down throw, Darnold. And Davis has it over the middle. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And a 49er first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
Complete. It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Here's Darnold. That's caught by Werner, the tight end. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 12-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
49ers.
Again, Darnold. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco.
To Deebo Samuel.
Deebo Samuel, his first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers have moved out in front. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown.
Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
That's a gain of 4.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
And 1.
They'll run here with Dallas. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 41-yard line. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me,
and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Trevor Williams with a pick. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
On the pickup, brings up 2nd.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And he's able to get up here to the 26.
The ball carries
well, not a lot of flash and dash on that play. 2nd and 2, and they hand it to the big man, and he ends up picking up a first down. A little bit of gray area there, though, but I think what they thought, hey, we hand it to him here. If we come back and don't get it, we still got another down to try and pick it up.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. Now it's Wilson. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. On 2nd and 9, Darnold. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
Loss of 6.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's...
Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown.
Wisnowski to kick off for San Francisco.
Takes it at the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Geno Smith getting ready to go again here on offense. He's hoping to channel his first half play. They had the lead at halftime, was playing well. Flip the script here in the 3rd quarter a little bit.
I think he misses the Pee-wee days, you know, when you just got the orange slice at halftime.
That's caught inside the 20. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. It's a big play there for Seattle. 56 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. The pickup goes for 13 and sets them up 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Dallas. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DJ Dallas, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks have made this a 1-score game. And nothing special there. They show they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight-ahead power and and they got it done.
The point after try for Gostkowski. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Darnold. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
A gain of 19.
And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in.
At the Seahawks' 46-yard line.
Now off the bootleg, Darnold gets this one to Juszczyk. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
You don't see too many pass-catching fullbacks nowadays, partner. In fact, you don't see too many fullbacks, period.
Good news, though, he does have decent hands, and we saw it right there on display.
Full start, offense.
Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
Darnold completes it, and he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd and 10.
At the 40-yard line. A 5-yard gain.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. To the air again, Darnold. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 21. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And a 49er first down.
On the draw, it's Wilson. He's got the first down inside the 10. And down to the 7-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Emmanuel Sanders, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
Well, after another passing touchdown, I don't think it'd be an understatement to say that he's in the zone, and I believe he likes it.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead now up to 14. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him the first down.
First play of the drive, excellent run, just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another first down.
Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline.
Smith.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it. unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Damon Harrison able to record his 5th sack of the season.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
From the 50, it's Smith. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's Darnold. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, an even 90 yards. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get to the end zone as well.
Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Now this will make it into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Geno Smith getting ready to go again here on offense. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one, but
And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Gain of 9 brings up 2nd and a yard at the 16-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Smith. This will be caught at about the 6. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. And the lead will be cut down to 14. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points, but he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down with this deficit. He might need to score a couple more times to give them a chance.
At their own 25-yard.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going at...
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
To try again after the sack. Darnold, open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
But it's third down.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he is going to have a Niners first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
It doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
He's brought down at the 40.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Darnold now to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off around the 41. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
He'll find Metcalf. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down. Now Geno, dancing to his left. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
The quick slant caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again. Extra point try for Gostkowski. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. So that drive, 4 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown.
Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, who picked off the last one? What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
DK Metcalf for the Seattle offense about set to take over once again. They might want to mix something up defensively because he's been shredding them a bit, hasn't he?
That he has, and even with all the changes that you know are going on the defensive side of the ball, he's still finding ways to get open, finding the right spots, and the delivery's been pretty good too.
He's over 100 yards, has the 1 touchdown score to this point. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Smith. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now in the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And this will be a Seahawks first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Now Geno on first down, escaping the pressure right. He'll find Ballore out of the backfield. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
On first down, Smith flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Trevor Williams was shot out of a cannon there on the corner blitz.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Seattle Seahawks. 1st and 10.
Throwing now is Geno. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. The man they call Snacks, Damon Harrison, in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
10 at the 20-yard line.
From the red zone now, Smith. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
5-yard line.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Seahawks the conclusion. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
A loss of a yard.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Another carry for Wilson. And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by the Seahawk defense.
At the 17-yard line.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
4th down.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. So not only do they get the fumble recovery on the punt, but now look at this field position. He almost took it the distance.
And the ability to not just make the play, but turn it into something big, that's what coaches harp on all the time. How do we create big plays that'll change the game? And that may have been one that just did.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. A give, this is Wilson. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Darnold is going to take a knee, and that should just about do it. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Niners, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Seattle, it's a loss that could hurt them come playoff seeding time as they drop to 8-3. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.